The good thing about doing the background work early on was it taught me how to be on set. And I wasn't like, you get used to the equipment, the lingo, just being in that environment. The modeling is actually generally very fun. And the best part I like about it is the vibes are just, as the kids would say, are just so much better. It's so different from my corporate work experience. People are young or young-ish. There's music on set. There's always a lot of women. I was always in a situation where I was the only black person or one of few women, one of few black women, and it's just completely not like that. It's just very diverse, it's just a much lighter experience.
Welcome to Your Creative Midlife. I'm Betsy Bush. When you watch a show, a movie, a TV show, do you ever wonder about the people you see in the background, the other diners in the restaurant, or the people on the sidewalk during that all-important scene between the two stars? Who are those people anyway, and how did they get that job? And maybe you also wonder, what would it be like to work as an extra in the movie business? And even, how do you get that job? I'm talking today to Deidre Michael, who can answer these questions. Thank you so much, Deidre. I'm so happy you're here.
Happy to be here.
Your Creative Midlife. You started this new cycle of your life being an extra in the movie business just about a little over a year ago.
A little over a year ago, yes.
Why and how did that happen?
Well, I was looking for a hobby that wouldn't cost me money. Everything that I really like to do is expensive. I like thrifting, but that's actually just shopping, really. I love to travel. I love going to concerts and live music and things of that nature. But I really wanted a hobby where I was like, what can I do that doesn't cost me money? Like, it'd be nice not to be in the red. And I thought, I love, television and movies. And it seemed like it would be very interesting to be on set and figure out how those things work and how these projects were made. And I remember signing up during COVID time to be on this website called Backstage, where they list jobs for extras. And I completely forgot all about it. And then I was probably on Facebook and I saw someone had posted that a show was shooting in Westchester, and I thought, that might be fun. That might be fun to do. So I went back on Backstage, and I didn't have any professional pictures or anything like that. Like, I had a couple selfies or whatever, and not even many of those. And I saw the background jobs, and I did a couple of them, although the first job I actually did that I got paid for was a modeling job that I saw that it paid like way better. And I thought, let me just throw my hat in the ring for that and see what happens. But yeah, so I was just looking for a hobby that wasn't expensive.
I mean, that sounds interesting to call it a hobby as opposed to a second career or
I was never trying to do it as a second career. I was just going to do some background work because, it's New York and all these productions are going on here, and I thought, this could be cool, interesting.
So just to be clear, you did not start out as an actress in your early life?
I have zero training.
Anything like that?
None. I was never even in a school play. I did do dance growing up. That is my only performance. The dance recital once a year, that is my only performance experience.
That's so interesting. And you trained as an attorney, is that right?
Yes, I was a corporate lawyer. In another life, I did corporate finance, secured transactions.
And the idea of, in your earlier life, being a model or doing any kind of acting? Did that ever come up?
Did out of coincidence, I was shopping for maternity clothes when I was pregnant with my oldest, and the woman who ran the company asked me to model for her in exchange for free maternity clothes. and I won a cute baby photo contest when I was like 3. That is the extent of my modeling experience.
I mean, it sounds like, you hear about people who keep knocking on that door year after year and it never opens for them, and you just kind of fall into this sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad we're doing this on video. People who are listening may not be able to see you.
Oh,
but
gosh.
No. But you're, but obviously you're very attractive.
Oh,
So
thank you.
it's like one of those. I'm interested in this time in your life. We were just talking before we started recording about being empty nesters,
Mm-hmm.
and how for a lot of women it's a time of real feeling of loss and
Right.
sadness.
Right.
And you have turned that into something else.
No, I mean, things
nest thing.
do have to change. I was very upset when my oldest left. I know people feel like they missed like the routine. I hated that crap. I hated the chauffeuring. I hated the Google Docs of the carpools and the schedule. I hated all that stuff. I hated being a bus driver for 15, 20 years. Mm-hmm. I don't miss any of that. It was more about this project, my family that I had built for 20 years was disintegrating. That's how I felt with my first one. Luckily, my other 2 kids didn't go to school very far away, so I just thought of it as like their way at sleepaway camp, and that's a little trick I told myself. But I love having young adults. I really do. I love this. I'm in the consulting phase of parenting, and I really enjoy that.
Right.
And I love not having to put everybody's fire out before mine.
Or taking orders for dinner. Okay, who's going to eat what?
No. we never really did that in the first place.
Okay,
so,
that's
no.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so, but things are going to change. So we're going to focus on the positive.
Mm-hmm. You seem to have, I think, discovered a niche in your acting and also your modeling. You're filling a particular niche that maybe casting directors are looking for. How do you describe that?
Totally sure, because I apply to a lot of jobs. People are like, what do you do when you're not working? Well, I'm actually doing submissions and doing applications. I'm always looking for a job, and I never know what I'm going to get. I feel like I get a lot of, because of my hair, I get a lot of the beauty things, the things that the modeling gigs are usually for like some sort of anti-aging or skincare type thing. Or, I might just be foundation color number XYZ for somebody's company. And I am cast as anywhere from about 45 to about 65. So I've been grandma a few times. Also, I have been, I guess, because we're clearly adults and pharmaceutical stuff, I've been like the cancer patient. I've been like the friend of the cancer patient. I've been the wife. I've never been the doctor. I'm waiting to be cast as a doctor.
Yeah, that's right. You could also be cast as a lawyer.
Yes. Or I haven't got any ED commercials yet. I assumed I'd get those like, pretty easy, because obviously. But, we're at that age. But, yeah. I mean, but I never know what casting directors are looking for.
Interesting. And for people who are listening and not watching, you have this beautiful gray salt and pepper hair, I guess.
Yeah,
we'll call
I started
it.
going gray. Both my parents were very premature. Like, I asked my dad once, and he said he was like in grade school. My mom was in her 20s. I got my first gray hair when I was 16. So I've had a streak since I was about 24. And I never really colored it. I colored it for a little bit in my late 30s, and then when I was 40, I was like, oh, we don't have time for this.
Oh, well, I think it's a movement, right? That
now it is.
I feel that way too. I'm
Right.
letting my hair go gray,
Right.
and it's just so much better. I think for me than spending all that money every 4 weeks or so
Yeah,
getting some,
when you have dark hair, it's like every 3 weeks. It's
horrible.
But if you don't have if you have a regular amount of gray hair, and I understand for people in the corporate world,
It's a different
different.
thing.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky that I don't have those constraints.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. So tell me what it's like on the set of a movie or whatever, and you're in the background. Is that what they call them, background?
Yes, your background.
Your background.
And I'm non-union, so so I really thought this would be fun. It is not fun, actually. I didn't find it fun. You're not paid a lot. I wasn't really worried that in the beginning because I thought it'd be fun, right? It is actually quite tedious. So I'll tell you an experience I had about a year ago. I did background for a show called The Beauty, which is now premiered on FX or Hulu or something like that. It's a Ryan Murphy production. It was very big budget. It stars like Ashton Kutcher and one of those Hadid model girls, and I don't know all the cast. I didn't really see them all, but so it was huge studios in Brooklyn in the Navy Yard. They're the big hangar type, Hollywood type studios.
Yep.
And there were 200 of us.
Ooh.
Call time was 9 a.m. Call time is when you're told to show up on set. And I had already gone to a fitting the week before somewhere in Brooklyn. That was interesting because it was a warehouse with rows and stacks of clothes. That was actually kind of fun to see. That was interesting.
Yep.
And accessories like bags, you name it. And you change into the clothes and they take Polaroids of you or actually not Polaroids even, they do it on their phone and they send it to whoever they have to get approval to. So I show up on set with the 200 other people in holding. It's January. It's freezing. They had us all go through hair and makeup, all 200 of us. They changed my clothes 4 times.
Oh.
Because I'm supposed to be a fashion editor and a fashion show. It was a recreation of some sort of avant-garde runway show where it's mud. The models are stomping through mud in these latex outfits.
Oh, no.
So we got to set at 11. We're sitting in this airplane hangar. The ceilings are 100 feet high. It's huge. It's freezing. Absolutely freezing because you're not wearing warm clothes. Right. You're wearing stylish clothes. You're not like in a parka or whatever. And I'm also non-union. So there was a 3 o'clock or so break for like snacks. And they had different snacks for non-union. They have better snacks for union people. They also get paid more. Oh. Not that much more, but they do get paid more, and they do get overtime starting earlier. At 5:30 or 6 or so, the director said, "Thank you for a very good first half of the day."
Half of the day?
Half of the day. And I had another job the next morning, also in Brooklyn, which we live in Westchester. That's a schlep. Yeah. And it was in the morning, and I went to one of the production assistants and said, "Look, the ad said 10 hours. My call time was 9. I'm leaving at 7. I have another job tomorrow. I'm too old for this. I got to get my beauty sleep. I'm going to be on camera, actually, where people are going to see me. Yeah. You're an extra in this dark runway." Anyway, so, she marked me out. And as it turned out, there was a guy also working as an extra who also had the same gig as me the next day. Coincidence. And he told me that they kept those people there till like 1:30. Now, mind you, it was mostly young kids, fashion types, model types. I'm an old editor or whatever. Mind you, I watched that I never really cared to see myself on camera. I watched that premiere, that episode, because it's the first episode. It took 90 seconds. All those hours of shooting was shown, edited down to 90 seconds. And I was like in the first row of whatever this shoot was. You couldn't see me. You were never going to see me. But I was like all day for 90 seconds. They're getting different angles, different this, they're multiple takes. So tedious. So I didn't find it fun.
Yeah.
a lot of people actually do it as a regular living now.
Well, I can imagine, I don't know, maybe some people are just interested in the process and maybe hope some way they can work their way up.
I think so. I think there are a fair amount of people, especially there is a big market for vertical films. You ever heard of these vertical films?
I'm not sure.
So in Asia in particular, there is, it's a format. It's basically a little movie, a little soap opera that's shot vertically, basically on, you're designed to watch it in little snippets on your phone. And so there are a lot of vertical films also in production in New York, and they pay even less than the background work does for film and TV. And there you will find the actors themselves who are featured are doing it not for a lot of money, but it's money. But then the background work is even less. You're paid even less than, what film and TV would pay. So, but I found that there are a lot of frustrated actors.
Yeah.
Because it's not unusual to find yourself working with the same people, at least one or two people on a set that you worked with before. Now, mind you, I love being on set. I love all the technical aspects, all the equipment, and I love sitting in makeup, and I love the collaborative part of it. I just don't like being an extra. It's just entirely too tedious. And film and television that's very tedious.
So you've also done some modeling too, is
Yes.
that right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
The modeling is actually generally very fun, and the best part I like about it is the vibes are just, as the kids would say, are just so much better. It's so different from my corporate work experience. People are young or young-ish. There's music on set. There's always a lot of women. I was always in a situation where I was the only black person or one of few women, one of few black women, and it's just completely not like that. It's just very diverse, it's just a much lighter experience than, say, a big budget television show, and, their budget is $1 gajillion and they got to get this 90 seconds of film, and they're spending how much money to get.
Yeah, I've heard some of these episodes, like Severance, had a $20 million per episode
Which
budget.
is crazy.
Crazy, right?
Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound fun.
Are you ever tempted to? You don't do any voice work, is
My
that
voice
right?
isn't good. It's not good. It's not a good recording voice. I didn't realize that, but it's very nasal. And so I have done some speaking things, but also I think AI is coming for a lot of voiceover. That's how I was talking with a girl on set just this past week, and she does voiceover work, and she was saying before it was very wonky, but it's getting, the machines are getting so much better.
Oh my gosh. Well, you hear news articles read,
Which I cannot stand.
Yeah, no, and it sounds
New York
metallic.
Times does that.
And
I hate it.
it just doesn't.
I'm at the point now where if it's an AI voice, I'm not going to listen to it. I'm boycotting AI voices.
right.
I just can't. No.
So what do the next few weeks look like for you as far as work goes?
I
I'm
have
curious.
never have any idea what I'm going to be doing. I have no idea. I don't have anything in the pipeline right now. I worked this past month I worked, I had 4 or 5 different gigs, and only one of them I knew with any kind of ahead of time, like more than like a week or two. I worked on Saturday. I didn't know until Thursday that I was going to be doing it. So I never know.
Yeah.
I
So you
never
just
know.
have to keep your schedule
I just
kind of loose. And,
trying to loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever work anywhere outside New York?
Oh, yeah. The very first commercial that I got was in Croatia.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That was the Aura Ring,
That was the
right?
Aura Ring, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're still showing it. I've never seen it. There's billboards. I've never seen them. I had a billboard on Hollywood Avenue.
Wow.
Never saw it.
Oh. Did
my-
you? No, but did anyone take a picture
No,
of it
my
for
girlfriend
you?
who lived in LA at the time did not take a picture.
Oh.
She said she was, and she never did. She didn't have a car, though. It was kind of hard for her. But my son just saw it on one of the NFL playoff games of the guys in the diner, Parkway.
Oh.
Said they'd saw me
Oh.
this morning.
Oh, that's so exciting.
When I went into,
Right.
they were like, "You do commercials?" I was like, "Yeah." You see it?
Yeah.
Good. I haven't.
Yeah. No, well, you know,
Yeah, that was shot in Croatia, and
You have-
all the talent was from New York. They flew everybody over there.
Interesting. Is it that much cheaper to, or it's different looking, or?
Well, they wanted some mountain shots. They wanted like where I filmed in like a little restaurant, and then I was on set. It was like they were filming some shots in a gym, and it was very much it's Croatia, so it was very much a Soviet era community type YMCA type place. All the technical staff and the production company, there was actually was two production companies, one from Croatia and one from LA. I don't know. I
Wow.
shot in Toronto. Last month I was in Galveston, Texas for an ad with Residence Inn. And then I've done locally like Princeton, Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware. But mostly I've been around the 5 boroughs. A lot of different studios in Brooklyn. I've seen all different parts of Bushwick. I've never would have gone to Bushwick.
Yeah.
Williamsburg, Greenpoint, where studio space is cheap. And also the west side of Manhattan. Yeah.
Have you been to the Lionsgate Studios in Yonkers?
I have not. I have never. The only job I've ever done in Westchester was an extra job about a year ago, and that was in Pelham.
Interesting. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take an art class at the Pelham Art Center,
yes.
and there was a day when there were, that Fifth Avenue Main Street.
Yes.
Is a very nice kind of small town America.
Yes, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
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 My last job before doing this, my husband and I owned a building, a small apartment building in Pelham, right around the block from Main Street,
Yeah.
and I was the property manager.
Yeah. Background work is easier,
Glad
right?
when we sold that place.
I wanted to ask you about. You said one of your hobbies was thrifting.
Yes, it is.
And I've got
love
it. I want to
so.
hear. I want to hear some more about that.
I love
because-
it so, to the point where I actually have to resell some things just to pay for my hobbit, but my hobby and habit combined. I just love it. Like the sweaters.
Oh, I love. Yeah.
Vintage.
Yeah.
I just really enjoy it. I really got the bug again when my oldest was moving into his first apartment in D.C., got a nice studio, and his style is mid-century modern. We bought everything secondhand, between thrifting it, or I bought stuff at auction or Facebook Marketplace. Everything except, like the mattress and the soft goods, linens and things like that. But like his dishes, artwork, lamps. It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
I thrift, and I haunt the take it or leave it sheds.
Oh, it used to be so good.
Yeah.
We got actually somebody dropped off new kitchen stools. They still have the packaging on them. And I just reupholstered them. He has them in they're really heavy-duty, high-end aluminum swivel.
Wow.
And they're in his apartment right now.
Wow.
That was a good find.
Oh, my gosh.
It used to be so good, but everybody knows now.
Everybody knows. You're talking about the
knows
one in our town.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Everybody knows now.
I think people just I've heard people just sit in
and
their
wait.
cars and wait for
I
someone
believe
to
it.
pick up.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. But
Yeah.
it used to be really good.
Yeah.
But now I'm not. I don't have anybody's apartment to help decorate at the moment. So
I was going to ask, like, is your house full of stuff that
I
you've
do have
thrifted?
it is. There are some things. Yeah. I big believer in high and low, and mixing old and new. So absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially artwork.
Do you have any tips, any kind of secret places you would be willing to share with us?
For clothing and also, well, actually for furniture and artwork, I would highly recommend the Restore Habitat for Humanity Restore in Yonkers.
Oh, okay.
I would check that frequently if you're looking for any kind of furniture, any kind of artwork. Sometimes they'll also have some dishes. They do have china too, but yes, I would check that place frequently. They have some wonderful pieces there. Wonderful pieces.
Nice.
And then for clothing, I really, if you're not in the city, like there's a couple of shops in Bushwick, or actually there's a whole chain of them called L Train Vintage.
Oh.
And right next door in Bushwick, what's it called? The name is escaping me. But that's for clothing. But for myself, for a very relaxing afternoon, for me, is to drive up into Connecticut and go to the Goodwills in Westport.
Oh.
And there's one in Stamford. Not the one in downtown Stamford, the one a little further out. That gets the stuff from Greenwich.
Okay.
Those two are my favorite Goodwills.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. And of course, there is a church thrift shop in Scarsdale that has,
Yes.
I think, some very good,
Yes.
very good finds.
Yes. And I also will do consignment shopping too. Second edition in Scarsdale is really nice, but that's for like the fancy stuff. But if
Right,
you're looking
right.
for bargains,
Yeah. I'm convinced. I'm so discouraged by the waste and the junk that people spend like real money on.
the quality is so bad.
The
quality is so bad.
And I love keeping things out of the landfill.
Yeah.
At least for a little bit.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like treasure hunting.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
right? Because when
Absolutely.
you find it, it's one of a kind.
Yeah.
Nobody else has anything else like it.
Yes.
Which, when I was young, used to terrify me. I'm not going to look like, when
yeah.
you need like to fit in. But now
Right.
it's like, I want to find that thing that nobody else has.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and everything is just, I'm afraid that we're going to run out of thrift because the quality of construction is just not there. And so many things are not natural fibers. It's just not good value for your money. I love to get good value for my money.
Yeah. When you are traveling for work,
I always go thrifting.
do you
Always.
really?
Oh, that's the best part, trying to figure out where I'm going to go. Absolutely.
Nice.
Toronto was great because the dollar's strong.
Uh-huh.
Because, it's like it was like a dollar US is like $1.30 Canadian or something like. It's a 30% discount. Oh no, I always go. When I spent a week in October. Was that October? In Lancaster, PA, in Amish country.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always going to look for the vintage, for the thrift, for the consignment.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. That really adds
Yeah.
something to it. For anyone who is interested, who's like listening, is like, oh, wow, background work, I'd never thought of that. And I might want to give it a try. How
Very
do you do
easy.
it?
You sign up on Backstage.com. There is a annual fee. Not sure exactly how much it is because I just put it on my little spreadsheet of expenses, but there's an annual fee to sign up. But you can make it back in a couple jobs, or probably one job, actually. And there's always background work on that. And all you need is like a couple photos. You don't need professional headshots, really, for these jobs because they're just looking for bodies and types, generally. But generally just, anybody from 18 to 70 is what they'll say, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So Backstage.com is where I would go just to get background work.
Oh, I guess that's something that anybody could do.
Anybody, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would never have thought of that. And
It's
very exciting.
It's not like you need like all you need is proof that you could work. You do you need like even some places don't even ask for like proof of residency or proof that you can do an I-9 or a W-9 to have your tax forms. No. You don't need any kind of back skill or training or anything. The good thing about doing the background work early on was it taught me how to be on set. And I wasn't like, you get used to the equipment, the lingo, just being in that environment.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen yourself watching a show that you might have been in, and have you ever spotted yourself?
No, but I see other people I know, people I've worked with. It's so fun to see somebody I know on a commercial, or I just ran into a girl. She's on the wall at Chase right now. I got to go take a picture. I said I'd send it to her.
Oh my gosh!
Because she did some print work for them. I was watching. I'm watching TV, and a girl I work with, like in the summer, got a commercial. I was watching Landman. And a girl I just worked with in Texas had a bit part in Landman. So it's fun to see people that I know.
Sure.
And also when I'm scrolling on social media, people what I work with will come up in the ads several times. It's happened several times. But seeing myself, when I'll see one of my ads that I've done, like on Instagram. Ugh.
Oh no! Really?
I really do not like to see myself on camera. I'm not a big fan.
Oh. Well, I always wonder about these iconic movie scenes, and I think about, for example, the diner scene in Harry Met Sally. The diner scene, right?
Yes.
And all the people,
and so one lady,
and the one lady,
the featured extra.
Right.
I'll have what she's having.
And you think about, gee, every time that clip is shown, those people are part of that.
Yes.
And I wonder what that must be like. It's like I was a part of that, and everyone who's watching this can see me, or I'm part of this kind of historic thing. What do you think that's like? Do you think that's going to happen to you, or is that something you might want to? It could.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not interested in any kind of fame or notoriety, so that has never been my thing.
When you're doing a restaurant scene, and you're like paired with someone, and you're supposed to be talking to each other. Yeah,
that was one of the last extra, like true extra jobs I did, and yes, I was. That's a show that's going to be on Apple TV. The lead is Jessica Chastain, who is very tiny. She's like this big and this wide, like super tiny.
Yeah.
I'm right behind her in this restaurant in Pelham.
Yeah.
And I'm paired with a guy, and we're got the food half eaten, and we're miming, really, because they don't want to pick up your voice or any sounds at all on the mics.
Right. They add that in later, right?
Well,
the background.
The background, yeah. They don't really want to. I mean, we were really whispering or just talking really, really quietly, but I'm going to be. I'm assuming I'm going to be seen in that because I'm literally right behind her. I'm sitting here. She's right here. That was another set where it was not very fun. Definitely a cast system when it came down for lunch. They had a very nice spread because they had a nice budget. Food was good. But I think the talent ate first, then the crew, then the union background, and then non-union. So we got what was left. And so when the cameras weren't rolling, my scene partner, guy I was paired it with, would whisper. We weren't talking loud, not even a stage whisper, a literal whisper like this, whisper. At one point, a production assistant came up to us and said, "The director can see that your lips are moving when the camera's not rolling and you're making him angry." And I thought to myself, that's it, I'm never doing this crap again. I'm not. This is not for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, do you think you're going to be like banned from certain shows, or people?
They don't know who I am. I'm just some schmutt.
Okay.
They have no idea. Like I'm just a number. Literally, you're just a number. Just a number.
No. Well, it sounds like you're having a fun adventure.
It is. I really enjoy the collaborative process, and I personally love a discrete project, so I love being able to get on set, do the work, and be done. Or whether it's a couple days, a week, or even for one of these commercials, or I do what's called industrials. It's actually commercial, but it's just for the company itself. Yeah, I love that it's a group project. I love that it's so collaborative. From hair and makeup to costuming to sound to lighting to the producers and the guys, the clients overseeing everything. Yeah, I enjoy all of that. I don't enjoy Zoom auditions. But yeah, I enjoy pretty much all of it. And I enjoy going to new parts of the city, and I never have any reason to go to Bushwick.
Sure.
Why am I going to Bushwick?
Right. Well, I didn't know that there were big studios
small
out
studios.
there.
All that warehouse space. I've been in probably 4 or 5 different studio buildings in Bushwick. They're small studios. There are tons of them. Tons of them. And it's cheaper there. Cheaper studio space.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't need much to have a studio, actually. But yeah, all these old industrial buildings have been rehabbed to be studio space.
Well, that's so interesting. And I can imagine every day is a little different. So
Every day, every job is different.
That's great.
No
I
job
would
is
love
exactly
that.
the same. Although I thankfully get to build on my experience from one job to the next sometimes. But yeah, every job is a little different. So there's that too.
That's
the novelty. It's very fun.
That's it's not something I would think about doing, but in my back of my mind, I'm like, that would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah. Deidre Michael, thank you so much. This has been so much fun.
Thank you for having me.
And this is, I don't know, I think you probably inspired some of my listeners to like, maybe I should give that a try, or pass it along to someone I know.
Definitely check it out, because it could be fun. Some people really actually enjoy it. They just like having proximity to the whole process.
Sure.
And that's fine. Yeah.
That's great. So that's great. I'd love to know if you're doing something creative in your midlife. Please reach out to me at yourcreativemidlife.com. And if you liked us, please give us a thumbs up and leave a review. Thanks again. I'm Betsy Bush.